Hello, in this video I'm going to talk about a little trick about building reactive forms in Angular. The official documentation have all the form groups created in the component of the form, but in production real-life situations, your form can be huge. It has maybe dozens of fields, and it may have children, which is another form group, or another form array, and so on and so forth. If you put all the code into the component, your component gonna explode. It's gonna have hundreds, like 6, even more hundreds lines of code, which is very difficult to navigate across. And your form group definition will be sandwiched between all kinds of code, so it's very messy. So my solution is to create a service, form factory service, and I create a bunch of methods, get user form, where the form groups are defined. So it doesn't matter it's a parent form, the top level, or it's some children. You can render all these form groups in the child component. You do not have to render it wholesale in the single parent component. You can create a child component with input field to get a form group input from the parent, so you can break up your code. The benefit of having a centralized location of service to create all these form groups is that when it comes to working on something else like the database or some documentation, you have a centralized location of all these form controls: name, gender, profession, name, salaries, spouse, whatever. So if you're a backend developer, you do not need to write anything else. You can just refer to this form factory file, scroll down, all your form fields are very clearly laid out. You may need some documentation on the association, like for each user it has a single spouse, it's a one-to-one mapping, that kind of a association. You may need some documentation, but it will make your coding so much easier. If I'm a backend developer or I'm a full stack developer, I just refer to this file. It's very clear to me what kind of fields I need to create in my database. It is a much better organization of your code. So if you build a large form, don't put everything into your component. You can use services to inject these form groups. And even better, because these things are reusable, right? Some of the forms, sub-form groups like address, they will have the zip code, the city name, state abbreviation, and also have the street address. And this pattern can be used multiple times across your app. So by putting this form group definition inside a service, anybody injecting that service will be able to render that form group, right? So this makes your life a lot easier, saves a lot of code. So I think using service to inject form groups is a great tool. Okay, this is my video. Thank you.